In order to solve today's challenge, we need to call the callme1, callme2, and callme3 functions in this order with these arguments. The argument part is fairly straightforward. We need to find a gadget to pop the RDI, RSI, and RDX register since we are using the 64 ELF binary. The calling of the function part is a little bit different. We need to know a few things. What happens when we run an ELF binary? When we run an ELF binary, the kernel does not just hand us physical RAM, it creates a virtual space where the program is loaded and any shared library code used by our program. Since ACLR is enabled, every time we run the program, the address of these shared libraries will be different. So at compile time, the compiler does not know the address of these functions that are in shared libraries. So when the linker tries and loads the shared libraries, it puts stubs, which are trampoline of code, to entries in the God table. So for example, what happens when we call the callme1 function? They stop for the first time. Well, it points to the entry in the God table. Since this is the first time, it points back to the callme1 stop. This causes the linker to load the actual function and update the entry in the God table. In the second time, when we call the function, the God entry will be updated and we'll just run the code of this function. So the idea behind today's solve is to use this technique and call these functions in that order. Here we have the stubs of the functions, the arguments, and here is the offset from our overflow. We jump to the gadget, load the arguments, and call the functions, rinse and repeat until we call all the functions in the order. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something, and happy hacking.